Today, I want to chat about something that hits close to home for many of us: money mindset blocks. You know what's wild? Recent studies show that women-owned businesses generate 44% less revenue than male-owned businesses. But here's the thing. This gap isn't necessarily about capability. It's often about our relationship with money and how we value ourselves. I'm going to share some real talk about this because honestly, I've been there. Back when I first started my online business, I was seriously undercharging for my digital products. I'd spend weeks, sometimes months, creating a course, pack it with value, and then price it way below market rate because that little voice in my head kept saying, "Who am I to charge premium prices?" Today, we're going to break down those money mindset blocks, and I'll give you practical steps to build genuine financial confidence. Whether you're a service provider working from your home office or a digital product creator like me, you're going to walk away with real, actionable strategies to improve your relationship with money. Oh, and I'll drop a link to that study as well as any other resources mentioned in the show notes, which you can find at tanyakendrick.com/44. You're listening to the Productive Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm your host, Tanya Kendrick, and I'm on a mission to help online business owners like you focus on the right things and take imperfect action. Every week, you'll get my best tips on everything from time management and content creation to planning effectively and managing mindset issues, all in an effort to help you become more productive. So let's jump into this episode. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is money mindset? It's basically your set of beliefs and attitudes about money. Think of it as your money operating system. Just like your computer's operating system determines how everything runs, your money mindset determines how you handle pricing, sales, purchases, and even business growth. Let's talk about those money stories that we all carry around. Some people grow up hearing things like money doesn't grow on trees and rich people are greedy. These stories stick with you. And it's even more insidious for women entrepreneurs because we've got this extra layer of societal messaging about being nice and not too pushy about money. The thing about those inherited beliefs is that they're not even ours to begin with. They're hand-me-downs from our parents, our culture, and sometimes even random comments from teachers or friends that stuck with us. Maybe you had a math teacher in middle school who told you that you'd never be good with numbers. That kind of comment can haunt your financial decisions for years. But the thing is, it's really just one person's limited perspective. So let's talk about the signs that you might be dealing with money blocks. First, you might find yourself pseudo-apologizing before sharing your prices. You know, that awkward laugh followed by, "Well, my rate is..." Or maybe you constantly feel the need to offer discounts before anyone even asks. This still happens to me. I had someone email me earlier this year asking the price of a course, and my knee-jerk reaction was to offer a discount. I didn't, but that was my first thought. Another big red flag is when you keep putting off raising your rates, even though you're completely booked solid. And when it comes to digital products, this hesitation can be even more pronounced. You might have a course that's selling consistently, but you're scared that increasing the price will somehow break the magic that's working for you. Or maybe you're avoiding business finances, like one of my students, Robin, who shared that she had a year's worth of receipts stuffed in a shoebox untouched. She was so anxious about dealing with her finances that she'd procrastinate for months on end. Another block has to do with scarcity mindset. This one is sneaky. It shows up as thoughts like there isn't enough money to go around, Or if someone else succeeds, that means less for me. If you find yourself feeling jealous about other people's success, that's probably scarcity mindset rearing its ugly head. Okay, let's talk about one of the big issues, imposter syndrome. You know that feeling when you're about to hit publish on a new course or send a proposal and you think, who am I to charge this much? Yeah, that one. I remember launching my first digital product. Despite having years of business experience, I had this underlying fear that someone would call me out as a fraud. Want to know what helped? I created what I call my confidence notebook in Evernote. It's a collection of screenshots of client and student wins, testimonials, and positive feedback about my content. Now, whenever imposter syndrome creeps in, I open that notebook and let the evidence speak for itself. To further combat imposter syndrome, I've developed a daily affirmation practice. Every morning, I spend 5 minutes writing targeted statements to rewire my brain's default thinking. These aren't fluffy feel-good phrases. They are strategic, evidence-based affirmations like, I've consistently delivered exceptional results for my students, or my expertise is valuable and unique. I recommend writing these affirmations in present tense as if they're already true. You can say them out loud if you prefer, but writing them out works for me. Here's a practical exercise I want you to try. Calculate your true hourly worth. Include everything, your expertise, overhead costs, the value you provide, your profit margin. Most home-based business owners I've worked with discover that they're actually working for less than minimum wage when they do this exercise honestly. And you know what's fascinating? I've had service providers tell me that when they finally raise their rates to reflect their true worth, their clients actually take the work more seriously. And this is actually a win-win because the higher prices often lead to more committed clients who take action and get better results. Now let's get practical. Here are a few practices that have improved my own relationship with money. From time to time, I'll include a money mindset journal prompt in my morning journaling practice. A recent one was, what would my business look like if I doubled my prices? The answers to these usually surprise me and reveal areas where I'm still struggling with mindset issues. I also do monthly CEO days where I review my numbers, celebrate wins, and plan strategic initiatives. These days are not just about tracking income and expenses. They're about treating yourself like the CEO that you are. I actually put these meetings in my calendar and protect that time just like I would a meeting with my most important client, because really it is. I am my most important client. Whether or not you do a monthly CEO day like I do, you definitely want to analyze your profits monthly, because the better you understand your money, the more power you have over your mindset. And here's the fun part. Celebrate hitting your financial targets. One of my students treats herself to a fancy dinner every time she hits her monthly goal. And you know what? She hasn't missed a target in 6 months. And if you want more ideas about ways to celebrate your achievements, I talk about that in episode 36. I'll include a link in the show notes. You should also review your pricing quarterly. Put it in your calendar. And don't just look at your prices. Strategically plan increases based on your growth and the value you provide. And here's something that's been absolutely crucial for me. Focus on creating multiple revenue streams. In my business, this looked like starting with one-on-one services, then adding affiliate marketing, then digital products, and finally creating my membership programs. And even though I've discontinued client work, the remaining streams support each other, So I have this ecosystem of value and income. Before we wrap up, I want you to do two things right now. First, grab your phone or a piece of paper and write down one money story that you're ready to rewrite. Maybe it's, I can't charge premium prices because I work from home, or I need to be cheaper than my competitors to succeed. Your homework is to replace that story with a new one that serves your growth. Mine changed from, who am I to charge this much, to, who am I to withhold my expertise from people who need it? Remember this, your pricing isn't just about you, it's about the value you provide and the transformation you create for your clients. When you step into your financial confidence, you give permission for others to do the same. The second thing is to do a quick money mindset check-in. Rate your current financial confidence on a scale of 1 to 10. Whatever number you choose, I want you to commit to one action this week that would move that number up by just 1 point. Changing your money mindset is a journey, and every small step counts. You've got this, and I'm right here cheering you on. Until next time. And before you go, if you like what you hear on the Productive Entrepreneur podcast, then come check out the Organized Business Toolbox. It's my monthly membership for solo entrepreneurs who want to feel in control and take imperfect action to move their businesses forward. When you join, you'll get instant access to the Training and Resource Vault, and a new toolbox or course drops every month. Plus, we have monthly Voxer office hours where you can privately ask me questions and get my direct feedback. If that sounds like something you need, the link is in the show notes, or visit TanyaKendrick.com, and I'll see you on the inside.